welcome back to Boy Band Break, where we encourage you to take a break from whatever it is you might be doing on this Sunday and join us for some boy band conversation. As always, my name is Diane.
I'm Chinzia.
I'm Sophia.
And I'm Lydia.
So I feel like our last two episodes have been a little ranty and angry.
Somber. Bitter.
Within reason, it's good to have.
So I want to get back to what we do on this podcast, which is talk about boy bands and not just air our grievances.
Hooray!
So we are back to a classic boy band focus episode, and today's episode is all about 98 Degrees.
Yay!
Woo! So, fun facts. 98 Degrees formed independently. So they are not part of the Lou Pearlman dynasty.
What? I did not know that.
They did.
Okay.
And we mentioned this in the first episode, I believe, but they only have 4 members.
That's good.
No one
That's
knows why they didn't choose to have 5. I
So
feel like
breaking the boy band mold.
Yeah, I feel like it could have hurt them possibly.
But this is like
Listen.
an enigma,
It's an enigma.
really, because they were outside of the loo. There's hello. They're outside of the loo. They're outside of the typical
5 piece.
5 people, and who did they sign with? Let me see. Hold up.
Yes.
Why don't we introduce who is in
Yes,
98
Chinzia,
Degrees for
while
people?
Lydia does that, tell who the 4 members are.
Okay, so we have Nick Lachey. We have Jeff Timmons. We have Drew Lachey.
Nick Lachey's brother?
What? Mind equals blown. And Justin Jeffries.
Yes.
Yes.
So why do you think they didn't have 5 members? I feel like in the first episode, Chinzia's analysis was they didn't have enough sweater vests.
I don't think that we should bring that up, especially since we're trying to get an interview with 98 Degrees. 98 Degrees, we love you, and we would really like to have an interview with you at Seneca Casino on December 14th.
Yeah.
This episode airing before or after that.
This is going to air slightly before that.
Okay. Hit us up in our DMs at Boy Band Break.
Slide in there. Okay, so
Please.
sorry, going back to the format that everyone is used to with, all the other boy band themed episodes that we've done before. Do you remember the first time you heard or saw 98 Degrees?
Yes.
Please tell us about it.
I think so. I know it's gonna be terrible, but the only more heard about 98 Degrees when Nick started dating Jessica Simpson.
That was
like
the
that.
catalyst of
Kind
their
of, yes, right? Because Jessica Simpson was very big in her own way, and then Nick Lachey was very hot, and then they had their TV show together, and I was like, woo! And then I'm like, oh my god, Jessica's so dumb. How is this possible? And then the This I Promise You.
yeah.
Yeah, that was wait, is that them?
No, that's insane.
Isn't that in sync?
No, oh my god, it's insane. No, sorry, the one.
Pretty sure because I changed.
Cherish
I Promise You.
you.
Yeah,
for
they
the
all have
rest
like a
of my
similar song.
life.
Oh Lord, I don't know the difference between
and-
NSYNC
and
songs
then-
and 98 Degrees songs.
And then it was like Screech was at the end, and I was like, whoa, my mind was
That was a
blown.
good.
Yeah, that was like a good. So that's my first memory of 98 Degrees.
Sophia?
I want to say that mine was kind of similar, but also I also seen them on Much Music again with their videos, kind of the same as Backstreet Boys and NSYNC. I think the first songs that I heard, I don't recall what the songs were, to be honest.
Invisible Man.
Possibly that one. Yes, it was the first song.
'Cause to you, all I am.
It's the Invisible Man. Released June 24th, 1997. Just so you know.
Chinzia, do you remember the first time you heard
Honestly,
or saw them?
I don't remember exactly, but it was probably on the YTV's hit list because I used to watch that a little bit more than Much Music. I'd watch obviously both of them, and I was like, "Ooh, another boy band." So I don't know.
Ooh, another boy band.
See, I
excited.
can't.
I literally said the same thing. Yeah.
I
of
can't
boy-
tell
Yeah.
you that I specifically remember when I first saw or heard them. I only ever remember 98 Degrees being referenced in terms of like you'd be having a debate with your friend about who's better, Backstreet Boys or NSYNC, and then like some loser would come in and be like, "What about 98 Degrees?" And
I like
everyone would be
98
like,
Degrees.
"Get out of here!"
God, just leave.
God, why would you even bring them up?
But no, it's true though. Like I mean, for all their hard work, they actually have been pretty successful.
It's true.
It's very
Yeah,
hard
they
to
do
get,
have
like,
some
a
pretty
group
good songs.
Like we're just like looking through Wikipedia because like you can't really like remember everything off the top of
No,
your head.
of course
but like
not.
remember, it's the hardest thing I ever had to do.
I feel like that's maybe the first song I remember from them.
I was like that made me like
That might
cry.
have been
I was like, because like wasn't she like a dancer or something?
Didn't they also have like a boxing song video? Possibly.
Yes, I think that might have been that one.
That might have been the
Same
first
one.
one.
Yeah,
Okay, maybe
yeah.
that's the one.
True
that
to
I
Your
saw.
Heart, wasn't that in?
With Julia Hunt, you must be. Yeah, that was in
Julia
like
Hunt.
Mulan.
That's
or-
when, I want to say Tarzan.
Okay.
The other thing that I feel like made me not like 98 Degrees as much as the other bands was they're just like super ballady. Like they don't have too many like up tempo songs.
Yeah.
There's one of the
Yeah.
articles I
There's,
read.
like,
they were like more of like an R&B type sound, is what.
Yes. Yes.
Yes. So, anyways, more.
Would you say they're like a white boys to men kind of?
I guess.
Yeah, I would say- I
okay,
think so.
sure.
Yeah, that's a good explanation.
So, does anybody know how many albums they have?
4?
They have 5 studio albums and 1
Oh.
compilation album.
Ooh.
They have over 10 music videos and 12 singles.
Amazing.
Ooh.
What would be your favorite 98 Degrees song? If you had to pick one.
Do you want me to read some of the titles
Yes,
aloud?
please. Okay. Yes, please.
So Invisible Man was the first
that was
one.
a good one.
Was
That's
it
all
something I didn't say? I don't know that
right.
one.
I don't remember.
Because
that
of You was
'Cause
a
you
good
didn't
one.
say it.
It's all that
It's
was.
all, it's all because
Okay,
of
that
you.
might have been the first one then.
That's
if
a
that
good one.
came out
You're
before
my
the other.
sunshine after the rain.
Oh my god! And then Shinzia was like singing that after that concert where like the thing blew down and like injured fans.
Oh god.
Oh my gosh, I do remember that.
Yeah, you did.
Now, you know what's funny? Okay, so I have
What's funny?
I
People
kind
getting
of
injured.
No, I'm moving on from this.
Okay,
So I
sorry.
have Spotify, but the free version, and I very vaguely know how to use it, in which I just like certain songs, and I've put it in a favorites folder, and then I just play those songs. And essentially, they're all like boy band songs.
What?
But I have Invisible
Surely you
Man and
just-
Because of You and The Hardest Thing. And I do, actually, no, I do Cherish You. Okay, I have a bunch of 98 Degrees songs, but most of it is Backstreet Boys or NSYNC. And what I think is entertaining is that literally every time I'm listening to Spotify, they will play 98 Degrees songs twice. So I'll always get 98 Degrees songs. Sometimes I don't even get the Backstreet Boys song. And I'm like, is there some sort of like weird algorithm? I don't know. But
maybe the 90 degree songs are cheaper.
I
to
feel
play.
like the more you listen to it though, the more it's gonna think you like that song.
And I do like the song. So yeah, they do have good songs. We have seen them in concert opening for New Kids.
New Kids on the Block. Yeah.
Mm.
Yes.
Um,
Diane does not recall this.
Sure.
I don't think Diane went. To
Oh,
that
maybe
one.
not.
I think it was just us 3.
That was in Hamilton, wasn't it?
No, it was in Toronto.
Toronto.
Because I got free tickets and then I brought you.
Oh.
And Sophia and I, in a previous
Rude.
episode, have mentioned.
You didn't want to go to New Kids on the Block because you didn't like them at the time.
So yeah, so their main,
Rude.
so their first single came out in '97. The bulk of, and then 98, 99 were all like, so The Hardest Thing, I Do Cherish You,
Oh.
This Gift.
I think the fast song is "Give Me Just One Night." That
Yes,
was
so that came out in
Noche.
2000.
Oh, that
Una
was
noche.
Yeah. So that's a good song.
That was a good
My
one.
Everything
Yeah.
also came out then. 2001, The Way You Want Me To.
What was that
2002,
one?
Why Are
Hold
We
up,
Still
hold up.
Friends?
I don't remember that.
The Way You Want Me to.
Then they have 2013,
Oh, no.
Microphone Impossible Things, 2017, Circle of Life.
Impossible Things.
The circle of
So
life. I
they did
assume it's not
release a
that.
Christmas album in 2017 called Let It Snow. So okay, so
Thanks
they're-
for stealing my line.
oh sorry,
Shinzia.
continue on
God.
here.
I asked you what's your favorite song.
Okay,
Yeah,
so I would
wiener.
probably say, I was originally gonna say Because of You. I think is my favorite.
Okay.
Which one?
Because of You,
I'm gonna
Yeah.
say that too.
That
I think.
one?
Yeah.
and then I Do Cherish You, and The Hardest Thing. You know, they have a lot of good
They have
songs.
a lot of good ones. I think the hardest thing too. I would.
I do like Give Me Just One Night. It's very like Enrique.
I was
vibe.
I
gonna
feel like
say-
that would be Lydia's favorite.
Yeah,
Is
that
that.
That's
very
probably
intense.
my
Yeah.
favorite too, just because it's like the only one that has a little bit of like
Na, 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 na.
danciness in
Totes,
it.
totes.
Yes. So no, definitely
Invisible
good.
Man is good too, I think. Okay.
Diane, what's your favorite?
I just said.
Oh, and the hardest thing because
Una
it makes me
Noche.
cry a little
Is
bit.
that what
the
that's
hardest
called?
thing is good.
To look you in the
Yeah.
eye and tell you I don't love you.
Oh my.
Oh God.
Yeah, I do
singing
like
episode.
I
Look
do
at
like
that.
the
Sorry.
Screech cameo
That's
in
good.
the
It was
Jews.
pretty
Is that your
entertaining,
favorite
yeah.
video
Like,
then?
I
Because that's
think-
the next
yeah.
question.
Yeah, I think that would be my
Yeah,
favorite
'cause
video.
That's the one with the boxing, right?
No, it's the hardest thing. The other one is I Do Cherish You.
That's the wedding.
The I Cherish
one
You
is
one
it?
is the wedding one.
yeah, where it's with Screech.
The hardest thing is the boxing,
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Yes. Okay.
I think.
Yes.
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 Please in the
Yes.
comments.
So
I'll
Screech
agree.
for the win?
Yes.
Yeah.
Screech for the win, but like
It was
I don't
very
know.
topical at the time.
Totally.
It was like a big surprise ending, and we're like, what?
What?
Met
They
Screech.
pulled it
He's a
off?
very
What is
interesting
that?
character
Yeah.
in real life.
What a guy.
Oh, Screech.
Yes.
Oh,
Isn't he in
that's-
jail now?
He
I
was
don't-
in jail.
I think he's still in 4 years, wasn't it? For
Okay,
killing that
this
guy with the
episode is
shank?
not about Screech. It is
Sorry.
about 98 Degrees.
Sorry, I'm sorry. 90 degrees. My bad.
Okay. Do you have a favorite member of 98 Degrees? You only have 4 to choose from.
Nick.
Well, I feel
Nick.
like
Hells yes.
so for me it was Nick when they
Oh.
first came out.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
we met Jeff and Drew, and I think both are pretty.
I know,
good
I was just
guys,
like,
and
I
I don't
can't-
know who to choose.
I can't like Jeff and Drew are both very lovely.
Yeah.
Some good moments with them at Rewind Con.
Share your
I'm gonna
memories,
go with,
please.
I'm gonna go with Jeff Timmons then. I think.
Why?
Why is a good question.
Please share, Sophia.
Oh, so the first time we met Jeff Timmons was in LA.
Yes, for our 30th
I feel like
birthday
we
party.
vaguely mentioned this. He was at the Backstreet Boys
Show 'em what you mean.
documentary
Yep.
premiere.
Show 'em what you made of. And so he was there with his stripper friend, and we got pictures with him. And then they didn't turn out, and we got pictures again with him outside. It was
Yes.
very nice, lovely guy.
I found him to be slightly thirsty that day.
Oh.
I think though they were promoting their stripper show because
I
like
guess
they
you
had
need to
like
be
like
thirsty
hey, are you
that
guys
day.
going to Vegas? Like we have this Men of the Strip, I
Like,
believe it's
no
called.
joke, Lydia.
Yes.
When it was over, like a bunch of people were like waiting in the random parking lot beside the theater to see if they could see BSB. And here's Jeff Timmons and his stripper friend like going up to people being like, would you like to take a photo with us? Like,
Oh, that's sweet. Oh, that's nice. I want to be that kind of celebrity. If
No,
it ever
super
happens.
like honest God, super nice guys.
Yeah, they're
very
nice.
nice.
I don't know.
At Rewind Con, I was originally supposed to actually be Jeff Timmons' handler, but then they rejigged the schedule, so I ended up being Chris's handler
Chris Kirkpatrick.
from NSYNC, which I was like, whatever.
So I guess
Come
somebody had to
my
do
poor
it.
life. But but they were actually right beside 98 Degrees, so Nick was not at that. So it was just Drew, Justin, and Jeff. But like I remember at one point, like it was very dead at one point, and then Drew and I are just like leaning up against each other on chairs, like our backs to each other, and just like, hey, whatever. And then we had some like ridiculous inside joke, which I can't even remember how it happened, but it had something to do with like 50 cents. Like we were just talking, and it was like we thought it was funny because we were tired and bored. So then the other girl working at
You
our
and
booth,
Jeff Timmons.
No, Drew.
Drew,
Oh,
Drew.
you and Drew. Okay.
Me and Drew. So then I can't remember exactly what happened, but we had this joke and we're like, oh, that's funny. And then the other girl working at our booth came and she had like all her 98 Degrees CDs and she's like, hey, can you guys like sign it? So we're like, yeah, of course. He's like signs it. So as he's signing it, he writes this inside joke in it.
Nope.
So he like gives it to the girl and the girl's looking at it like very confused. And then he like looks at her and looks at me and he's like, oh my God, you weren't here for that. That was our inside joke. And then we were dying. And then we were trying to like explain the inside joke to her. And she's just looking at us like we have 3 heads. And we're killing ourselves laughing. And then another point, which I was very amused on the Sunday, it was like getting near the end of the weekend. We were tired and whatever. And Jeff was wearing this shirt that had all these holes in it.
Oh my God,
so
like
I'm
a
just
holy
like
shirt.
glancing over at Jeff with these tiny holes. And it's obviously like a fancy, expensive shirt that had all these like purposely made holes in it. And I was looking over, and in my head, I was thinking, I wonder if his nipple has ever popped out of this hole. And as I'm saying this, and I'm about to make this joke to Drew, I turn, and Jeff turns, and his nipple is sticking out of the hole. Oh my God, I was dying. And Drew's like, what is wrong with you? And I tell him the story. He's like, so then of course I have to tell Jeff the story. So
Yes,
I was
of
just like,
course.
hey, I was just talking to Drew and we were talking about your shirt. And he's like, what? And he's like, it's a new shirt. And we're like, yeah, I was wondering how often your nipple sticks out, but then your nipple was out. And he's just like, what? And then he looks down. He's like, oh my God, my nipple is out, but only on the one side. It was hilarious. Like we were dying. So yeah. Like super nice guys, like salty.
Very
there.
funny, very funny. You
Very
never
nice.
thought
And
that-
Justin was super nice too. Like he was
Absolutely,
also
yes.
very good and
was
like
nice.
very awesome with the fans and taking pictures and stuff. So, and then I had a very brief encounter with them at the MMVAs this year.
You were volunteering,
I
right?
was.
Oh, she
back-
was so excited to see them.
I was so excited. And I was like, I hope I get assigned to 98 Degrees, and I didn't. I got assigned to Bulo, but every time I was like, okay, that's fine. We're all on the same floor. We're going to see them like as they go backstage or
out,
in and out and stuff. And then like where everybody had to sign this like poster was right beside where we were standing. Like score, 98 Degrees will walk by. I'll get to see them here. And then I look over at the poster and they had already signed it, but we had taken Bulo somewhere. And I was like, son of a bitch. And I literally just kept missing them. Like they would get called to stage and we would be somewhere else. And I'm like, I'm never going to see them. And then Ashley Simpson was there with Evan Ross, and she
Wow.
wanted to go like
Came out
so
from under her rock.
yeah, no, I think they have a show
have a
together.
reality show
They have a
now.
reality show.
Really? Oh.
And whoever they were with were very nice people, but they wanted to go see them, so I showed them where it was. But then, obviously, because you're not allowed to approach the celebrities while you're there because you're working for free. So then, anyways, so I'm like, whatever. So then we had to go get all these like coats, and there's all these celebrities, and everyone's hanging out around 98 Degrees area because that's where all like the more famous celebrities were. Like the super famous were upstairs, but like the good quality fame was there with bigger rooms. And I'm walking
Super
by
famous.
with these like coats, and they're all taking a picture with people. And now I'm like trapped, and I'm like, have all these like, so I'm just standing there awkwardly like there. And then I kind of did like the, hey, how's it going? Like head nod eyebrow thing with Jeff, and he did it back. And I was like, all right. So that was like my 98 Degrees moment at the MMVAs. And I was just like, well, better than
Holding
nothing.
Coats.
Holding
Yeah.
coats like a chump walking by them. But
Aw.
yes.
Who would have thought?
But anyways,
you know?
What are the chances? Anyway.
But yeah, they were super nice to everybody around them. And as I feel with all boy band members, I feel like they're all nice people.
they are all nice,
Except for Justin
Yes.
Timberlake
Timberlake.
and maybe Jordan Knight.
and Jordan. I guess. Oh my gosh. Yes. Okay. Sorry.
Okay, so as we sort of mentioned at the beginning of this, 90 Degrees kind of falls. They definitely have a more unique sound and whole like aura as compared to our typical New Kids, Backstreet, and NSYNC, O-Town. So what do you think? Like
Like the different
makes-
personality types that a normal boy band would have.
yeah,
right?
they don't
Yeah.
really have that whole
like
thing
the
going
bad
on.
boy, the young one, the whatever.
They're
They
all pretty
didn't
much
do
the
as much
same,
of the
you
like
know? I feel like they're all
dancing
similar type
and stuff like that.
type people, personality wise.
You don't want my opinion, do you?
Yes, of course I do.
Check it out. She's like, don't do it. Okay. So we got this is Nick, right?
Yeah.
Hottie Biscotti. Awesome. We got Muscle Man, who's
Jeff Timmons.
Jeff Timmons. We got is this his brother?
Drew Lachey.
I
Yeah,
th- which
they're
one's
brothers.
brothers? This guy?
These are brothers.
These
yeah.
guys are
Nick
brothers.
and Drew.
You got the little brother. And then
Is he
guy?
younger?
I have no
yeah,
idea.
no offense,
Yeah,
no offense.
no
No, I'm not trying to
offense
be
to Jeff-
not trying to be like a super dick.
Justin.
No, I
Sorry.
feel like I said this in the first episode that like if they brought like Justin into the crew and no offense to him, lovely man, but like doesn't provide a lot to the band.
Like,
Like,
I
his
can't- I can't-
contribution
that's-
is
Okay, so
No,
like,
I
but
can't
is he a good singer?
no.
They harmonize very well
Okay,
together.
they do. You're right.
so-
You're right.
They
They
do
do
harmonize,
harmonize very well. Okay, so like, not everyone can be Nick Carter of the band.
Yes.
Right. No offense, Nick. Well, no, Nick's fabulous. Anyway,
Okay, so Nick Lachey is older than Drew.
Oh, okay.
Nick Lachey is hot.
Yes.
See, I
Okay.
never found that. Like,
But,
I know
like,
that sounds
the
weird,
thing
and I
Honestly,
know everyone
can I,
was in
like,
love with him.
Unpopular opinion. I
Yes.
always thought Drew was better looking than Nick.
Well, yes.
Except
Which one
for
was
he's
on
short.
one was on a soap opera? Which one was that?
See, I like
Drew,
short
I think.
people.
Drew was
I
on the
think
soap
Drew was on
opera?
the soap opera, yeah.
Okay. My only issue with 90 Degrees, it's a very, very
They were kinda-
selfish. Okay, if I were to compare Nick Carter to Nick Lachey, Nick Carter gives me more tingle vingle
Of
than
course.
I know.
Carter
Sorry.
wins all
Why
the
is this a
time.
term?
Okay, just
Why
okay.
is this a term?
Hashtag Mama Lou. I'm putting it out there. I'm putting it out there. Okay.
Oh my
just,
god, I really wish everyone could see Chinzia's face right now.
Sorry, Chin- I'm
It's
sorry.
amazing.
I'm
I
sorry.
Lord
really
Jesus.
enjoy this.
Okay, but just that's just my like that's my I'm spilling the tea. That's my honest opinion,
Of
guys.
course.
Okay.
Thank you for
Okay,
sharing.
thank you.
I
So
appreciate
that's
that.
your issue? You don't get enough tingle?
Thank you. Yes, I need more tingle.
for your
Maybe
wingle?
if they added a fifth member,
Maybe.
you know, I don't know, but
It was kind of like 3 deep. They had 2 hot guys and then 1 ugly guy.
Oh,
we
CJ.
are not
Sorry,
talking about
we
CJ
love
right now.
CJ though. We love CJ. Yes.
Okay, so
I'm sorry, very surface. I'm very mean. I'm not a good-looking person in real life. I'm sorry. Like
You don't have to say that, Lydia. It's just an opinion.
Oh,
Don't
my
worry.
Lord
All right,
Jesus.
all right, okay.
Chinzia's face, you guys, it's like
So we're not
unbelievable.
going to get
Camera.
an interview with 98 Degrees.
Opinions are like buttholes. Everyone
Okay.
has one.
Okay. What makes 98 Degrees great, though? Because, like, we've
Okay.
mentioned where they're lacking.
Okay.
What makes them great?
Good harmonizing singers, I think.
Yeah.
I think because they're all from Ohio, aren't they? Like they're all very
believe
like.
so.
I feel like they went.
That came out of Ohio? Wow.
I believe so.
I know.
if I
I
understand.
know
Anything
the-
So
Ohio.
they're definitely they were friends before.
The
like-
Lachey
Yeah.
brothers are definitely from there because they've, like, opened up bars and stuff in,
Do they know
I
Marilyn
want to
Manson?
say Cincinnati.
I don't know.
Why would they know
Well,
Marilyn
Marilyn Manson's
Manson?
from Ohio.
Oh my god!
I don't know. Just
Do you know
wondering.
Drake?
I feel like I know him.
Everybody
he used to call
knows
me on my
Drake.
cell phone.
Oh,
no, he
Lord
didn't.
Jesus.
No. Okay.
I don't even know where this is going.
Okay, sorry.
Okay. Next part of the topic.
What were you going to say? They're
I-
all from Ohio.
I don't even know. I feel like because they
lovely.
came as like they started as friends and like I'm assuming like honestly
No, they
I'm the
formed
first one to
independently,
like
so-
say
Yes, it
that I don't know a lot about 98 Degrees.
Yeah, same.
Also,
100% do
the
not know a
same,
lot
because,
about
Because,
them.
like,
I don't
well,
remember
this is
anything.
the main problem, right?
Because they're kind of like on the secondary level, like the O-Town level. I
No,
would
but
say.
not even. Like,
We
we've
know
mentioned
O-Town. We know
before
about
that,
O-Town.
like, O-Town was everybody's second favorite. Like, 98 Degrees wasn't even on the table. Like I said, if people
They were
came,
on the table. They
they
were
were
just
on-
on the corner of
if,
the table.
if somebody came
Right.
into the NSYNC Backstreet debate and brought 98 Degrees to the table, I was like, bye,
yeah,
get
I
out
know,
of here.
I know.
Like,
who's that? Psh.
I know. Why though? Is it because they didn't have the manpower behind them? They
Okay.
didn't have Papa Lou to press it.
maybe. And I just feel
Yeah,
like
maybe
their
the promotion wasn't that
their
great.
Yes.
discography is not as strong.
True.
So they formed in LA, although all the members are from Ohio.
There you go.
What are the chances of you all meet? What are the
What are
chances?
the chances?
I feel like that's like the second time we've said
Two in
that.
a million.
They've
be a
sold
long
over okay,
summer.
guys. They've sold over 10 million albums worldwide,
Wow.
and they've achieved 8 top 40 singles in the U.S.
Wow.
That's still
So
good.
they
The
That's
US is
really
hard
good.
to
so
break into.
they did break up for some time, and they
What?
reunited
Why
at the
did they break up?
Mixtape Festival in Hershey, PA, in August 2012. So they've been coming kind of since.
Is that the one? Was
That's
that like
the one that we didn't
closest
go to.
like boy band fest that we
yes,
like
that
opted
Eddie
out
had.
of?
Yeah,
They had the barbecue with Backstreet Boys.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
good.
Oh, Backstreet Barbecue.
Yeah, it
yeah.
was,
So
like,
they were
98
very
Degrees,
strong for
Backstreet
about
Boys,
4 years, and then they for
and
13 years they did nothing.
New
Oh,
Kids.
wasn't Enrique Iglesias was there too?
No.
Why did we?
No, that was a different one. No, this was like the Mixtape Festival was. I think it was because it was expensive. I think that was it. It was like
Well, and
700
Nick
was
was
in
coming
Toronto,
here like
yeah.
the next day, and we were
Yeah.
like, "We'll just catch Nick here."
Yes, you're right.
for
yes.
free at
Yeah.
Yes.
But then we
HMV.
have
right?
had
He
FOMO
missed
this
the
entire
baseball
time.
game to come to Toronto.
Totally.
So yeah.
Aw. Thanks,
Okay.
Nick.
Anyways,
Anyways,
back on
See how we
the.
always talk about Nick Carter?
okay,
I
so
know,
I just want to
damn
say, are we talking
lot of
about how they have a
Nicks.
concert coming on? So right
Yes,
now
we
they're
are.
they have 98
Wait,
Christmas.
go back
Okay.
to the Christmas album,
So they have a Christmas album they came out with last year,
Ooh.
2017.
Woo.
2017, called I cannot recall.
Let it snow.
And I feel like they actually have really good voices for like a
They really
Christmas
do.
like
Yeah,
the
album. Like they have
harmonizing is really
kind of like a
great.
Michael Bublé
Yeah, I was
kind
gonna
of
say
thing
Michael
going on, like
Yes.
very timeless.
And it is kind of
And-
a Boys to Men vibe.
Yeah.
Yes.
Classic.
Yes.
And they did
kind
also
of.
have another Christmas CD back in '99 called This Christmas.
Oh,
Look at them, all little and young.
Aw, so
Cute.
cute.
So
Yes.
cute.
Picture.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so if you are interested in seeing them on tour, they have a whole bunch of shows coming up. So tonight, they are in Charleston, West Virginia. Tomorrow, they are in Ridgefield, Connecticut. On the 13th, they will be in Verona, New York. On the 14th, they will be in Niagara Falls, New York.
Ooh.
Hopefully, yours truly and
We
most
would
of this
really
crew
like to go.
Yes.
So
will be
We'd
there.
like to go there, yeah.
And then the
Is that the
15th,
casino?
that's the
Yeah.
casino.
Yeah, it's at
Oh.
Seneca Casino.
Cool.
And they're playing more than their Christmas songs, right, Chinzia?
Yes, but I think Diane was still giving some more dates here.
There's
Oh,
more
sorry.
dates.
Sorry.
Quickly. 15th in Atlantic City, New Jersey. 16th in Westbury, New York. 17th in Ruthland, Vermont. 20th in Joliet, Illinois. And 21st in Appleton, Wisconsin.
Some very like
Wonderful.
Christmassy
That
places to go
Appleton
to.
rum, is that where that's from?
No, that's from
Probably.
Jamaica, my friend.
Okay, so that being said, we're like, are they going to play their hits? Are they going to be? Is it just going to be all Christmas? Because Lydia and I went to a Hanson concert last year, and it was all Christmas, but not the good Hanson Christmas CD that came out. It was a brand new CD that they had literally released the day before, so nobody had heard this song, and I wanted to shoot myself because I hate
Poor
it.
Hanson.
It was, and I was a big Hanson fan, but I'm just saying that it was just a lot of song, and I'm not a Christmas music fan that much. I'm not a fan of that, and it was just boring and
They
blah.
were a lot of somber, like depressing
Like
Christmas
blah,
music they were
blah, blah.
playing, and you fell asleep at one point, and I'm like trying to shake you, and you're like,
Let me sleep. I paid for my ticket.
and I was like, okay.
It was just terrible. So, anyways, I was a bit concerned when I saw that because last year 98 Degrees did not come near us for when they were promoting their Christmas CD. So this year I was like, okay, Niagara Falls is not bad. And then when I was looking at the song list that had been posted, on one of those websites that tell you, so they have all their hits plus a bunch of Christmas songs that people actually know.
Yes.
So like
Yes, please.
songs that we can sing
variety,
along to, and I
yeah.
think it would actually be a really good show. So we are looking forward to
we'll
mostly being there.
probably
Working on
be
it.
there. I don't know.
We'll try and see if we can interview them. Hooray! Let's do it.
Fingers
Well,
crossed.
hopefully they don't
After
listen to
this
podcast.
episode,
They're not gonna listen.
They're
You're
gonna be
like, just
screw you,
skip
Lydia.
over all
It's
of
a
Lydia's
lock.
part.
Yeah.
all right, guys.
Anyways, you would be the first band that we interviewed on
Oh
our
my God,
podcast,
yeah.
and that is quite the honor
Yes.
It
of
is.
all,
Yes.
because you get to meet us again. So. And we love you. No, it's just, I think it'll be a really good show. So we're looking forward
Sounds
to
good.
it. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay, guys. Well, we'll see you next week.
Until next time.
Thanks for listening.
Bye.